Hey everyone, and welcome to What Was That with Gabe Sanchez? As Hurricane Ian made its way through Florida, a broken, tone-deaf Donald Trump begged for money. And unsurprisingly, it wasn't for the Floridians suffering, but rather for himself. I was following the news about Hurricane Ian when I received a message from Trump's campaign. It said, "Grab your popcorn and MAGA hat. Pres Trump's new video is out now. We're giving you the first chance to view it." So naturally, I grabbed my handy dandy MAGA hat and a bowl of popcorn, and I clicked the link to watch the video. However, before I could even watch it, I found myself on a donation page where $100 was pre-selected, $250 was suggested, and a monthly recurring donation was pre-checked. This shady tactic of pre-filling a checkbox has been used by Trump's campaign since March 2020, and it's already gotten them in trouble. They've had to refund more than $135 million to campaign donors. Anyway, here's the video of Trump begging for money while people across the state of Florida are suffering because of Hurricane Ian.
We have a major fundraising deadline coming up.
Just to be clear, this major fundraising deadline that Trump is talking about is just a Q3 deadline. It runs from July 1st to September 30th. It's not major, it's actually pretty standard. Basically, Trump is just trying to get as much money as he can before the end of September. That way, he doesn't look as pathetic as he did in August. During the month of August, Trump's Make America Great Again super PAC made a whopping $40. Yeah, you heard that correctly. $40, as in 40. And in July, the super PAC made $351,000. And in June, they made $0. What's funny is that Trump loves to say how the
Maga Movement is the greatest in the history of our country.
Even Eric Trump says it.
The MAGA movement is going nowhere. My father's created the greatest political movement in American history.
And for once, I actually agree with Eric Trump. The MAGA movement is going nowhere because the Trump train is running out of steam. The decline in fundraising by Trump's Make America Great Again super PAC is an early sign that Trump's legal problems are negatively impacting donations. I'll touch on his legal issues a bit later, but for now, let's get back to Trump's pathetic video.
And there's never been a time like this. Our country has never been so disrespected. Our country has never been so low, certainly in the minds of others and especially the leaders of other countries.
In some weird backhanded way, Trump thinks a good fundraising tactic is to talk about how other countries don't respect us. But honestly, I think Trump is just still upset that world leaders laughed at him on numerous occasions while he was president, like this one time when he spoke at the UN.
In less than 2 years, my administration has accomplished more than almost any administration in the history of our country. America's so true. Didn't expect that reaction.
And if what Trump said is true and other countries don't think highly of us, it might be because a certain former president stole classified documents and violated the Espionage Act. But hey, what do I know? Which actually reminds me, this guy has the gall to make a grifting video from the very office where the FBI seized those classified documents. The same office where Trump had guests wandering in and out, taking photos with him in front of a weird miniature Mount Rushmore with his face on it. And speaking of Trump being obsessed with tiny things, I don't know what's going on with that miniature podium that's behind him right now. Who knows? Maybe it's another gift from Kristi Noem like the Mount Rushmore replica. But let's continue with Trump begging.
We made America great, and now we're going to have to make America great again. So I say, whatever you can do, help out. We have to meet the deadline. The midterms are coming up.
Wait, what was that?
We have to meet the deadline. The midterms are coming up.
Trump is trying to grift money off the midterms that he's not even running in. The money that Trump is asking for goes to the Save America Joint Fundraising Committee, which allocates 90% to the Save America PAC and 10% to the Make America Great Again PAC. The Save America PAC is a leadership PAC, which means it has looser restrictions and can be used for personal expenses. Which means Trump's Save America PAC is not there to help Republican candidates running for office, but rather, it's there to pay Trump's legal fees. In the month of August, more than $3.8 million was spent on Trump's legal fees, with $3 million of that amount going to hire Florida defense attorney Chris Keese. However, it sounds like wasted money, since Trump is just ignoring Keese's advice about how to handle the Trump Mar-a-Lago documents case. In addition, New York Attorney General Letitia James recently filed a $250 million lawsuit against Trump, the Trump Organization, and his 3 adult children for engaging in years of financial fraud. Like I mentioned earlier, Trump's mounting legal issues are scaring away donors, which means less money in his pockets. Trump is desperately trying to find money anywhere he can. And nowadays, Trump kinda sounds like this.
Help me, I'm poor.
Now, this is not the first time that Trump has tried to make money involving a hurricane. During a 2007 deposition, Trump revealed that when Hurricane Wilma came through Florida in 2005, he received a $17 million insurance payment for hurricane damage to Mar-a-Lago. However, when the Associated Press looked into the matter, they found little evidence of such large-scale damage. And when asked about how much had been spent on repairs, Trump acknowledged that he pocketed some of the money and transferred funds into personal accounts, saying that under the terms of his policy, you didn't have to reinvest it. That sounds kinda sketch. Trump's longtime former butler recalls no catastrophic damage, just some flattened trees, but the house itself only lost some roof tiles. Not even the Republican mayor of Palm Beach at the time remembers any damage or permits for construction. So about 2 weeks after Hurricane Wilma hit, Trump hosted 370 guests at Mar-a-Lago for his son Don Jr.'s wedding. And guess what? There was no damage in sight. I'm not saying Trump will use Hurricane Ian to falsely claim damage in order to pocket millions from an insurance payment, but he does have a history of it, so don't be surprised if he tries to pull this stunt again. You know, the thing that really upsets me about this video is that Trump could have used this as an opportunity to raise funds for the people of Florida who are suffering because of Hurricane Ian. Instead, this billionaire resorted to selfishly begging for donations on social media during a natural disaster. And honestly, it's a perfect representation of who Trump is and what he stands for. A no-good, pathetic, grifting liar who only cares about himself. But hey, at least he's no longer drawing hurricanes on maps or suggesting we nuke them. Wow, that was a weird time. Well, I'm Gabe Sanchez, and this has been What Was That?